What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing some crazy battles in the Great League Remix Cup submitted to the channel by Jobo44, who's running a triple shiny team with two shiny shadows in the back, Nidoking and Marowak, with Abomasnow in the lead. With that being said, let's just get into the question of the day. What's the ugliest shiny shadow Pokemon currently available in Pokemon Go? Let me know in the comment section down below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle, we lead Abomasnow into Toxapex, not the most comfortable matchup, so we're going to safe swap into our shiny Shadow Nidoking. The opponent's slow to respond, they come in with a Scrafty, and we've already made it to the Sludge Wave. We're full sending it, and we one-shot the Scrafty, we regain switch advantage, and now they come in with a Vigoroth. This is looking pretty good for us. We can now go for a Sand Tomb, no shield from the opponent, but we've already got them into the yellow health range, which is quite insane. They go for a Body Slam, it takes out the Nidoking. Now, this is an interesting situation here. I think we're actually going to come in with the Abomasnow. I really like this play, knowing that actually if we just save both our shields for our Marowak in the back, then we're going to have a pretty good time as we can fully Mud Slap, farm down the Toxapex. So we're going to use a shield here. Honestly, from full health, a Brine isn't going to do that much damage, even though it is super effective. Also going for 3 Mud Slaps before throwing, really good timing. We go for the charge move there, grabbing the first shield, and the opponent throws on alignment, and that should allow us to just fully Mud Slap, farm down this Toxapex from this range, and we get the full farm down, and now we should be able to make it to back-to-back Bone Clubs up against the Vigoroth here. We go for the first one, grabbing the shield, we go for the second one, and this will be enough damage from this range to take out the Vigoroth, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we see Shadow Mawile. We instantly safe swap into the Nidoking once again, and we bait out a Jellicent. Now, we could be running Earth Power, so we're going to farm up to the potential Earth Power, go for the Sand Tomb. The opponent lets it go through, and honestly, at this point, I don't think there's any reason to shield this up, so the opponent goes for the Surf, taking out the Nidoking, but we come back in with the Abomasnow. They have made it to a potential Shadow Ball, and they do full send the Shadow Ball, but we're now going to overfarm just a little bit, go for 2 Powder Snows, not expecting a shield. So Energy Ball takes out the Jellicent, and we come in with our shiny Shadow Marowak here. We are going to respect the damage. It is a play rough. That would have done quite a lot. And they've actually got a Shadow Zapdos in the back now. We didn't farm to the rock side, but we can pretty much guarantee the opponent will be shielding anyways. And even though they're resisting the Mud Slaps, we are dealing so much more damage than they are with their fast moves. So we probably can just go straight Bone Club in this matchup. Going for a second Bone Club here. The opponent actually lets that go through, but that's fine with us. We can tank a Drill Peck very comfortably, and we will be able to Mud Slap, farm them down. They're going to come back in with the Mawile. We make it to the Bone Club in time. This should grab the final shield, and then we can swap into Abomasnow, and we make it to the last second Icicle Spear. Sorry, not Icicle Spear, Weather Ball, and Weather Ball takes out the Mawile, and we take that game. So going into the next battle, we see Abomasnow into Scrafty, so not a great lead once again. Gonna safe swap into the shiny Shadow Nidoking, and the opponent's actually staying in here. Now, this is just going to be a power punch, so I would have let this move go through, but we do end up shielding it. We're going to overfarm, farming once again up to the potential Sludge Wave before going for a Sand Tomb, grabbing a shield, and the opponent comes in with Quagsire. Now, Sludge Wave is resisted, but it's still going to do a ton of damage to the Quagsire, and the opponent cannot farm us down. We would make it to a Sand Tomb, so the opponent throws their Energy Mud Bomb, takes us out, but we can now come in with our Abomasnow, and they did overfarm just a little bit here, so this might be a Stone Edge, but we would live it from full health anyways, so we let it go through. It is the Stone Edge. We're now going to overfarm. Unfortunately, we don't get the farm down, but very good charge move timing here, throwing on the CMP tie, taking out the Quagsire. We now come in with our Marowak, and they've got a Shadow, a Lowland Sand Slash, but they throw on alignment once again, and the opponent also goes for Drill Run, so perhaps they're running like, I don't know, Gyro Ball or something, but we're able to fully farm them down, come out with back-to-back Bone Clubs loaded. We go for the first one, we go for the second one on the CMP tie. That's fine with us. They go for a Power Up Punch, not going to be anywhere near enough damage to take us out, but it will ramp up their counter damage, so it's going to be a battle of the fast move pressure. The opponent would have lost, so they have to throw another Power Up Punch. We are very close to the Weather Ball. We make it with 1 Powder Snow. We get to the Weather Ball, and this Weather Ball will be taking out the Scrafty, and we take that game. Into the next battle, we see Dugong in the lead now. This is a pretty tough matchup. It's pretty much guaranteed that they're going to shield the first charge move here, so it might be worth baiting even though it seems very risky and the opponent does use their shield there. Personally, I don't like baiting. I would have full sent the energy ball as well, but we're now going to go for another energy ball and we get there on the CMP tie. The opponent wanting to debuff our attack as soon as possible. And we do land the energy ball, but because of the debuff, it's not enough damage to take them out. We're actually just going to fully sacrifice the Abomasnow there, get a full double kick farm down with the Nidoking, and the opponent comes in with a Dunsparce, so we're going for a bait here. Once again, I like that we do farm up a ton of energy before throwing our charge move, and we grab the final shield, so we can shield this up, and we will now be able to go straight for the Sludge Wave, and from this range, especially with the debuff, the Sludge Wave will be one-shotting the Dunsparce, and they come in with a Metal Claw Berserker, so typically not the move you want to run, but perhaps they're trying to snipe these Carbinks, which would be double super effective with the Metal Claw, but it doesn't matter. We're able to farm down with the Mud Slap and take that game. Into the next battle, we see Beware in the lead once again, gonna save swap into our Nidoking, and unfortunately this is a matchup where it would be a lot better if we were running Earth Power, but we go for a Sand Tomb, unfortunately not grabbing a shield. We go for the second one straight away. This will definitely not grab a shield, but it should pretty much just guarantee we win switch advantage here, as we can shield this up and we're going to be able to outpace them to the next charge move. We actually go for 2 double kicks there. We're going to go for the Sand Tomb. Sand Tomb just takes them out there. The opponent happy to let it go down. At this point, I think we let the Nidoking go down as well. Superpower does take us out. Now, are we going to come in with the Abomasnow or the Marowak? We come in with the Marowak here, and we are going to overfarm and then swap and catch a potential payback here. And we do catch the payback, which is kind of crazy there because they could have easily gone for superpower once again, but we're now going to go for the Weather Ball, grabbing the first shield from the opponent, but they get a full Dragon Breath farm down. They throw on alignment there, so we get the Mud Slap through, but I don't think we will be able to fully Mud Slap farm them down before they get to the next charge move. So we're going to apply some shield pressure here, going for the Bone Club, but unfortunately, yeah, they do make it to the charge move in time, and an Aqua Tail is super effective. It takes out the Marowak, and we do unfortunately lose that game. But into the next battle, we see Wigglytuff in the lead. We save swap into our Nidoking once again, and we bait out a Vigoroth, and once again farming up to the Sludge Wave before baiting with a Sand Tomb, and we do grab the shield from the Vigoroth. Excuse me there, they go for a Body Slam. We can once again go for the farm, and we go for the Sand Tomb bait once again. I'm not 100% sure if it takes them out from this range, and it doesn't, which is really unfortunate. So it turns out if we'd have gone for the Sand Tomb straight away, we actually could have just fully farmed them down, but they come back in with the Wigglytuff. We are full sending the Sludge Wave here. Will they respect it? Yes, unfortunately they do, and we don't want to get farmed down there, so we swap into our Abomasnow. Bit of an interesting play here. We're going to go for the Energy Ball. They let it go through. They've actually got no shields remaining, so of course they had to let it go through. The opponent goes for a foul play, and now they should be in range where we can fully Powder Snow farm them down, but we throw our energy here. This is definitely a misplay here, as we could have fully farmed them down, come out with an Energy Ball loaded, but now we only make it to the Weather Ball, and this Wigglytuff has quite a lot of energy, so they've got low health, but they could be running Ice Beam. They probably are running Ice Beam, so this is actually going to be really tricky. We come in with the Marowak, we swap, we catch the charge move onto our 1 HP Nidoking, and now we will be able to fully Mud Slap, farm down the Wigglytuff, and we're able to take that game. Into the next battle, Abomasnow not catching very many good leads for us here, so we save swap into our Nidoking, and once again the opponent throwing on alignment there. We get a full double kick in for free. We're now going to go for 1 double kick. This is a good timing charge move here. We go for the Sand Tomb, and once again grabbing a shield. They do outpace us to the next charge move, but we should just about live an Aqua Tail, and we're not really in range for them to farm us down, as Poison Sting is double resisted and a very weak fast move. We actually just take out the Drapion here. The opponent comes in with a Shadow Machamp. Now, we don't have a great response to Machamp now that Nidoking has gone down. We're going to come in with the Marowak here, as we do at least take neutral damage from the counters. We're going to shield this up. They go for the Cross Chop. They come in with a Shadow, a Lowland Sand Slash. We swap out. We catch the charge move onto our Abomasnow. Very nice there. And now we will be able to full send the Energy Ball, and Energy Ball will be resisted, but it's going to do a ton of damage. They make it to the Ice Punch. That doesn't quite take us out. We get to the Energy Ball, and they're going to get very minimal farm. We actually grab the final shield from the opponent. We've got a Bone Club loaded. This will be enough damage to take out the Shadow Sandslash, and they are 5 away from the next charge move. We get to the Bone Club in 3 Mud Slaps, 1 turn before them, and Bone Club from this range takes out the Machamp, and we take that game. Into the next game, we see a slow King in the lead, and we go for the Energy Ball on the alignment there, going for a CMP tie with the Surf, but they wouldn't throw Surf, so we end up giving them a full Confusion in for free. Doesn't really matter in the end, as they do let it go through. We get the Powder Snow farm down, but we are down a shield. They come in with a Berserker, so we come in with our Shadow Nidoking here. We can live any charge move, so we do let it go through, but Foul Play does so much damage. We now have to go for the Sand Tomb, and Sand Tomb does actually grab a shield from the opponent, but they get the full Shadow Claw farm down. Now we're going to wait at the switch clock here before coming in with the Abomasnow. We had the Weather Ball loaded. They're now debuffed, so this will take out the Berserker. They've got a Chestnut in the back. This is looking quite tricky, but we should be able to make it to back-to-back Weather Balls in time. The opponent actually lets the first one through, knowing they will debuff themselves, going for a Superpower. But unfortunately for them, they're just too low. We actually make it to the Weather Ball in time anyways, and the opponent just lets it go down, and we win that game. So into the next battle, we see Abomasnow into Talonflame, and I've just realised this is absolutely awful. I have no idea what we're going to do. So we say swap into our Shadow Nidoking, and the opponent builds up a ton of energy before swapping into Cresselia. We're going to go for the Sand Tomb bait, obviously not expecting to grab a shield, but it does debuff their defense, so hopefully a Sludge Wave will now be enough damage to take them out. But they live with about 3 HP remaining, which is really unfortunate. We're going to shield this up. We will be able to regain switch advantage, although I'm not really sure how important that is because we can't really do anything to the Talonflame anyways. We will make it to a Sand Tomb, but if they're smart, they will have counted correctly. And Sand Tomb doesn't grab a shield, but honestly, any damage we can get onto this Talonflame will be preferred. We're actually going to respect the Brave Bird, and it is the Brave Bird. They now swap into Vigoroth, and yeah, I just can't see us winning this game, but we're going to play it out anyways. Let's just see. The opponent might make a mistake, and they actually go for Bulldoze, so they are starting to try and give us a win condition, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. We're now going to full send the Energy Ball. They let it go through as well, but I think they've realized that they can just put both their shields into their Talonflame, and they will be able to take this game. I think we're just going to go for the Rock Slide and hope they let us go through for whatever reason, but it's very unlikely. And Rock Slide does get shielded. We've got no shields remaining. They can just go for the Brave Bird, but they choose to go for the Flame Charge. Not really sure why, but it doesn't matter. They're able to Incinerate, farm us down, and we do lose that game. But into the final battle, we see Melmetal in the lead, and once again, not a very good lead, so we say swap into our shiny Shadow Nidoking, and once again, the opponent throwing on alignment, giving us a full double kick in for free. We resist that, and they come in to a Bite Toxapex, so very interesting moveset from this opponent. I'm not sure what you really want to run Bite for in this meta, but let me know if you're watching this, or if you're also running Bite on your Toxapex, but we can just spam out these Sand Tombs. Unfortunately, not going to do much damage, but we do get them fairly low, and we can come in with either Pokemon realistically, as they're not running Poison Jabs, so we do actually come in with the Abomasnow. This could be a Sludge Wave, I'm not really sure. It's just a Brine Bait, so really good call there. Might have been counting. I know it's kind of harder to count the energy generation with Bite because it is really slow and it's a one-turn fast move. You also don't typically see it very often, but we're able to Mud Slap, farm down the Melmetal, and let's see what the opponent has in the back. They come back in with Toxapex. They don't make it to a charge move, and they've actually got a Togekiss in the back. We're going for the Rock Slide, and the opponent lets it go through, and then they just concede the match. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.